Hey, good morning. Just gonna talk about my Autool experience with my Lm706. I purchased probably 6 months ago, and how the whole process went, and you can make your own decision on whether you'd buy one yourself. So I bought this off of eBay. I tried to watch videos and stuff to kind of see if it was something I needed. My old machine had pooped out. I had a Mala machine, and that one was never an awesome machine, or it just kind of had some hiccups, and the support on that machine was actually pretty poor. So I thought, well, it couldn't be any worse if I just buy a Chinese machine, and whatever. We're using it professionally, but it's not just an AC shop, so I thought we'd get by with this and maybe just use this for r12 or just 1234. Just use it for one of the lesser refrigerants, I guess. And anyways, I ordered off of eBay, and I won it, and it was actually discounted from the other ones. I got it off the official site for Autool, and this one was actually, for some reason, this listing was cheaper. But anyways, I got it, and the order went through, and I eventually got an email from them saying, well, the machine's actually 100 miles away in the cities, and if you'd like, you could, well, pretty much they were saying that's the only way you're going to get it is if you drive down there yourself, and you can pick it up yourself. Well, I was not interested in that, obviously. I got better things to do than drive around all day. And anyways, long story short, they did end up shipping it, and it showed up, and I opened up the box, and it was in a nice crate, and inside the box there was an RMA slip like I printed off before to return stuff to eBay. Anyways, I thought, well, maybe that's just, I don't know what I'm looking at or whatever. Maybe it's if I need to return it. So I went ahead and unboxed it and opened it all up, kind of checked it all out, got my hoses hanging on there. I mean, a nice looking machine, I guess. Anyways, the trouble started right away. I tried to fill it with refrigerant. I got this message, of course, obviously it was empty when I started. But anyways, round and round, read the directions, which the directions could have been better. And it's just poor translation. Obviously, it's a Chinese machine, and they did not spend a lot of time getting a good directions put together for to get it to English, pretty much, from what I would say. Anyways, I could never get it to fill. Got back on eBay to communicate with them. That's the only way there's any communication going to happen, is through eBay. And of course, they're in China, so every time you would email them, the email would go out, and you could email them at 7 o'clock in the morning, but they're not going to get back to you probably till midnight, because they're in China, which is halfway around the world. And and it wasn't always just one day, it was sometimes several days. So any question you have is going to take a lot of time to get an answer on, so keep that in mind. So anyways, to show them what was going on, I tried to send them videos and text them videos, and we could never seem to make that work. So I ended up putting videos on eBay, and pretty much, or not on eBay, on YouTube, to show them what was going on, and that was never working. So pretty much they would just tell me that it was my fault, that I wasn't, I was not doing it correctly, and it just wasn't working. Anyways, they just kind of kept communicating that, they were trying to run out my deal. It's a warranted machine, but pretty much what warranty means is you're going to fix it, and you're going to do all the work, and they're going to send you parts until it's fixed. Anyways, I never did actually even get to the point of needing a part. Pretty much they just kept coming around to I was doing something wrong, and I sent them videos on how exactly I was doing it. And anyways, I don't know, I've run a lot of machines, and I'm pretty confident I wasn't doing anything wrong. So anyways, they pretty much let my eBay return run out, and whatever. I actually had to figure out a way I could call eBay to actually get some action on it, because otherwise you know, they know what to do to get it so that you're not going to get, you know, any return on it or whatever. But it was an expensive purchase. So anyways, I did get on the phone with them, and I was able to get my return done, and actually they just told me to keep the machine. So here I'm sitting with this machine that is no good. It looks nice. It looks really nice. It's got these nice fluid filled gauges, and you know, the screen, but you know, it just won't even, you can't even run a vacuum cycle on it. It just is inoperable. Anyways, and then some of the other things that, I mean, it is a pretty poor quality thing. I mean, I did have the hoses on here, and just from, you know, unscrewing at the fittings and the stuff running down, the decals are coming off. Here, I'll take a little brake cleaner. I'll show you how bad it is. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, there's just nothing. I think my kids' paint in their wet paint is better than this. So yeah, I definitely would not recommend this machine, to be honest. I was kind of excited when I originally bought it. One other thing about it is I never did find, you know, they advertise it as, you know, if you'd use it for 12 or 134 or 1234. Well, it did not include anything that I could find to get to 1234, so keep that in mind if you are purchasing this machine. The adapters probably aren't going to work for 1234 from what I can see anyways. So yeah, so I would say definitely a do not buy. F China.